First of all, thank you so much for being my show, Chairman Walid.
Thank you.
I know it has been less than a year since you took the office as chairman of Suez Canal Economic Zone in last August. So what was the consideration to choose to visit China at this moment? And can you share with me the key agenda, objectives, and expected outcome of this visit, please?
I think we came in a very right time because we're promoting right now attracting more Chinese investments to increase the bilateral trade and using us as a platform for exports for Chinese companies to the neighboring economic blocks, in addition to selling to the local market in Egypt, which is quite sizable for a lot of these companies. So it's very important for us to show the Chinese companies the advantages, the benefits, the incentives, the infrastructure, the ecosystem, the regulatory reforms that we have done to be able to attract a lot of these companies in the zone. And we have really achieved quite a lot in the past few days, and we have serious interest from a lot of companies to here in various sectors, from automotive to pharma to green hydrogen to petrochemicals and so on.
Well, since the Belt and Road Initiative was put forward, actually China and Egypt cooperation on Suez Canal has reached a new level. We can say that. What do you think are the special or unique advantage of the Suez Economic Zone in jointly implementing Belt and Road Initiative? And do you think these advantages are being fully used?
I feel this is a very important initiative. It has not reached the level yet. That's why we're here. We want to promote more, to increase the integration between these two economies to a level that Chinese companies would regard the SE zone as part of their overall framework, helping the term of nearshoring, being part of the value chain.
Well, actually, China has been actively engaged in the construction and development of the economic zone. And we know that China-Egypt Suez Cooperation Construction Zone, it has been called the economic engine of the desert. So what are the achievements to end this thing in your eyes, and what role does this cooperation zone play in the whole economic zone?
TEDA is a very important element within the economic zone. Like I said, it has lands of more than 7.3 million square meters. Of today, 137 companies operating, out of more than 50 companies manufacturing, a few still under construction, more to that. We're talking about more than $2 billion of investment to date, and I think it's a testament of success.
How would you locate the importance of this special cooperation zone in the whole area? Like, it will bring more investment in this area, or like more technologies from China?
It will be both, because China has changed in the last 50 years dramatically. Second biggest powerhouse in the world with respect to the economy. We need to learn a lot from what has happened. There's a lot of elements that we feel that China has a special edge on. We feel that we need to attract some of these companies to be able to locate within the zone and then use the zone as a stepping stone to the neighboring markets, in addition to having full access to the local market.
Wow, Chairman Walid. Actually, I know there has been more than 130 Chinese companies from different areas to invest in the economic zone. In what areas or in what other areas do you think this economic zone can unleash more cooperation potential in the future?
Out of the 137, they're in various sectors, textile to fiberglass and so on. But I feel more sectors like the green hydrogen and its complementary industries, automotive and its complementary industries, pharmaceutical is very important for us because it's a national security issue and very important for Egypt and Africa. We're a gateway to Africa, effectively. Petrochemical industry is another very important thing. Steel and the various alternatives and derivatives from this industry is very important because it helps in the other complementary industries that we feel, like the automotive. I see huge advancement in this area in the garments business, and I think we need to carry back and copy some of that in the Suez Canal Economic Zone by opening the opportunities to these companies to come and develop their products in Egypt.
Actually, China's Belt and Road Initiative is closely aligned with the Suez Canal Corridor Area Project and Egypt Vision 2030. So what do you think are the similarities of the development path or development objectives of our both countries?
I think both aim for one thing, which is increase of bilateral trade and investment. We feel as important that we need to bring the Chinese investment, know-how, technology, and so on. So I think this is a win-win situation for both parties, and I think the Belt and Road Initiative is very important for the Suez Canal Economic Zone and Egypt to achieve the economic prosperity.
My last question, I want to put my last question in still on trade and economy, and I would like to take a look of the future. How would you expect Chinese investment in promoting the economic growth in Egypt? And likewise, what's your view on the prospective yield of the Chinese investment in Egypt? Is it also very important for Chinese business, right?
I think the success that has been delivered by the Chinese investors currently in Egypt is a good testament for the new investors that are coming and asking about the new investment. Data itself is a testament of that. If they were not able to sell the idea, sell the story, they will not convince. So they're convinced themselves that this is a good opportunity for the Chinese investors to come, locate, use the logistics hub, and greater benefit use the Egyptian infrastructure that has been invested by the Egyptian government in the past few years, and the upgrade that happened to the greater good of accessing Africa, Europe, the Middle East through the foreign trade agreements. So there's a huge benefit for the Chinese investors that will be coming.
I would like to add one more point at last. I think it could be the very good start point for them to enter in the African market. Okay, thank you so much for sharing, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.